Drew, what's something you can take away from the presentation today?
One thing I took away from the presentation is that you never know someone else's story and what they went through in their life.
Luke, what's the most impactful lesson you learned today?
I've learned the struggle that people go through and the struggle that people get to make it to America, and it's really what makes this country great. We're built of so many different people, and it's just what keeps us going.
Something you can take away from the presentation is that you never know what everybody's been through, and it's history, so it's very important to learn about so it doesn't repeat.
I think the most impactful thing I learned was the fact that her childhood was ripped away, and how she never knew when her last goodbye was, and how sad that is.
Riley, what's the most impactful thing you learned from the presentation?
Probably about her experiences and just how she handled them in general, and just how much she fought to save her life.
I feel it's really important that we don't let the world become like this again, because this was just a huge tragedy. It impacted everyone, specifically the Jews, but around the world. I think we really shouldn't let this happen again.
I can take away that we should all respect each other, and hate has no place in this world.
I think it's very important to know about history to make sure nothing like that ever happens again in the world.
I think the most powerful thing I learned is that a lot of the events and things that all the Jews went through in World War II were very overlooked right now, and we should appreciate what they had to go through and how they were treated.
Dennis, what's the most impactful lesson you can take away today?
That we have to listen to other people's stories really and reflect on them to make sure that stuff like the Holocaust never happens again.
Just be thankful for everything. You don't need to go through that, so just be thankful for life.
Mr. T, what's the most impactful thing you learned today from the presentation?
I just overall think it's an amazing experience for these kids to be able to hear someone who's a Holocaust survivor. As she said, they're a part of the last generation to hear a Holocaust survivor speak. So I think it's an incredible opportunity for myself and for all the students to take in everything that she said, in a great lesson in making sure that everybody is included in the environments that they're in and making everybody feel welcome.